Hi everybody, this is David Skrika with Bruce Braganola of I had to get the pronunciation right. I'm sure you get that a lot. The CEO of Regency Silver. So Regency is a company I've been talking about a lot recently. I participated in the financing. I was buying stock on the market. So it's probably my second largest junior holding right now, and I have two kind of positions that are way larger than anything else. This is one of them. So recently Regency closed, was oversubscribed on a private placement, and they've got some exciting new news and in some of the not drill results, but results of like drill results and the potential like larger formation of their property in Mexico. So Bruce, we've already heard about yourself. We did an interview earlier in the year. So I think in this interview, we're going to concentrate really more on these, drill results and what you're doing here in Mexico. So if you want to maybe quickly tell us a bit about the property, and then we can go right into the drill results.
Yeah, sure, David. So we just announced that we've closed a private placement that was oversubscribed. It's good to have that behind us now, so we can focus on the project and news about the project. So we just put out news that we have drilled into a very large system. The last drill program was designed to get us more knowledge about the shape and the size of the system and the orientation of it, and we've gained that knowledge now. I mean, developing a project like Dios Padre, which is a historic silver mine with a gold copper story around it, takes a lot of data points, and we're getting more data points. And as we're developing the data, we're developing a much better idea and an understanding of the type of deposit we're into, which way it goes, and where we're going to go next. So it's been very educational for us.
Yeah, so if you can just throw up the press release which shows some of this, just so, because I gave Bruce access to the screen sharing, and he can obviously go through it much more efficiently than me. And just tell us a bit, and also maybe tell us a bit about the dynamics in terms of what you usually need grade wise in Mexico for an economic project. So I think that's because people can just see these numbers and go, oh, that looks great. But, and there's certain areas due to costs and the whatnot where you might need higher grades in other areas. And then there's where it is depth wise, all these kind of dynamics fall in. So if you could just quickly tell us about that after you just tell us about, the results themselves.
Sure. Well, the first thing is that in Mexico, I would say anywhere around 3.5 grams would be an average mining grade. You can make money at 3.5 grams. Now we don't have any economics around our drill holes, but we've hit consistently higher than that. We've hit in our latest news release, we announced that we hit 5.34 grams per ton gold over close to 55 meters. And included in that is 7.36 grams over 38 meters. Now that's in addition to previous holes. Hole 2201 returned 35.8 meters of 6.84 grams per ton gold, 0.88% copper, and 21.82 grams per ton silver. 2314 hit 36 meters of 5.51 grams per ton gold, including 29.4 meters of 6.32 grams per ton. So you can see that we're drilling a consistently higher grade than would be required for an underground mine. Now, we haven't, like I said, we haven't got a resource estimate. We haven't done any of that type of work. But certainly the initial indications are that it, are very encouraging. You need that type of grade in your assay results in order to start saying that this could be a mine at some point. So also, we have now confirmed a strike length of at least 180 meters and a depth of 150 meters, and the mineralized zone is about 100 meters. So this type of width and grade combined with the copper in Mexico are extremely rare. So we're very very happy with the results, and we consistently are hitting mineralization. Now the good thing is that last hole that we drilled, 2321, that is the farthest along strike to the southeast that we've drilled so far. So our drilling finished in very high grade mineralization with good width. So things are looking really good at Dios Padre. I just want to show you some of the graphics here, which are important. So you can kind of see the orientation. Here's the old silver mine, where we have a 43101 resource of 11.375 million ounces of silver at 255 grams per ton silver equivalent. So you can see the orientation. So our drilling has gone extremely well, and it looks like these systems come in, it could come in layers. So there are different events. So you get one pulse of mineralization that comes up. It looks like it gets trapped at a certain level, and then you get another pulse of mineralization coming up. It might get trapped at a different level. So these different pulses are under the surface. So we just have to find more of the same. We know the grade is there. We just have to find more of the same. And there's a developing copper story as well. The copper is more to the northern part of the property, but there's a copper story here as well. Now, this figure 5 on the news release really shows the scale of what we're drilling into here. This is from 866 meters of vertical. This is from sea level to 960 meters. That's just under 100 meters of mineralization. That's very good grade. That's 150 gram meters. So big system, really good grades, a developing copper story. The gold is a very pleasant surprise from the beginning. It's continuing. It's getting wider as we go to the southeast, and it looks like a little higher grade perhaps. It's hard to tell from one hole, but we're extending the zone to the southeast, and expectations are that we're open and we can find one or two more of these as we go up dip, and hopefully find some more copper towards the copper zone as we go down dip, as well as gold. So everything's working out really well at Dios Padre.
Yeah, and I just put up, because I'm a chartist, and I really like the chart that you guys came public in 2022. And another thing I'll give credit to Bruce for is that was a terrible market to come public in for precious metals companies. So he was able to first of all do that, and then the stock is kind of consolidated here. And I really like the kind of basing pattern between the 20 to 25 and even 30 cent area. And I think if it can break technically above 30, there should be another good run from a technical standpoint. So I was buying a lot myself. I participated, again, like I said earlier, in the private placement. And also I was buying kind of in the low 20s, late teens myself in the last few months. So, so that's just to add on.
We had a very, we had a very surprising kind of kick in the pants there back in April, but I guess the market was bad in general. The market's looking much better now. The price of gold is way up. And you can see from this figure 5 in our news release the extent that we have to expand on what we've already done. Now, it's interesting because we get this quartz feldspar porphyry, which looks like a different event. So the faulting is important here. The different pulses of mineralization are important. And we still haven't really looked at exploring for the source of all this mineralization. We've got one little finger or two coming off of the hand. So these look like some type of a lens or a zone, and now we're going to go in our next drill program. We're going to extend that zone and then go up dip towards the historic silver mine. And that historic silver mine is really interesting because there's 60-foot high workings inside there, as well as some very good grade silver and gold that's been left behind. So chances are there's one or two more of these high grade zones that are traps for mineralization as we go up dip, and we're open in all directions. So it's very exciting. There's no limitation on this right now.
Okay. So and just to finish off here, so what would be your time frame on that next drill program? Like when are you looking to really get that going, and how much do you think roughly it would cost?
Well, we're looking at getting it going again in the new year, but it looks like that would cost us somewhere in the range of $5 million US to poke in 20 holes.
Okay.
Depends how deep they're going to be, but this will be the target zone here. It'll be a little shallower than what we're doing right now.
Okay.
So yeah, this sometime in the new year, and a 20 hole program, subject to funding, of course.
Okay, perfect. I think you'll be able to get it because, like you said, the markets are looking a lot better, and seasonally, we're now entering the strong point of the precious metals market. Usually, there's this kind of fall bottom followed by a rally into the following spring. So hopefully, this is the one that gold actually breaks 2,100 on and goes to new highs. So that would also help the backdrop for you to raise money and drill as well. So, okay, well, thanks for being here. And actually, how about when you start that program? I think it's good timing for the next update.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Bruce.
Yeah, great talking to you. Thanks, David.